Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Alhamdulillah, we're still continuing with our growth model, GROWTH. Alright, and now we are talking about tactics and tools, and I've explained to you in detail how, as Muslim, we can understand that we can have loci of control for ourselves. That means we can have an internal loci of control because Allah created us as His vicegerent or Khalifa on this earth, and we have this internalization of knowing who we are, why we are on this earth, and what are we supposed to do on this earth. So if we have this external loci of control, which a lot of people are being drawn because of the blame game. For example, they have this thoughts, emotion and feelings that is revolving around the idea that, oh, somebody hurt me, I'm angry with that person, or somebody jilted me, or somebody cheated me, or somebody. So everything is external to the local environment. So when you have this external loci of control, you'll be helpless. You'll be somebody who is going to be a failure in life. But Allah has ordained upon us to be His Khalifa. What is His Khalifa? His vicegerent on earth. And when we have this vicegerent on earth, we have full control of our life insofar as what we should do using our free will as given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we can shape our thoughts, our emotion and feelings to be positive. So in every situation, even though it's negative situation, we can it to be positive by ensuring that we pick up the good thoughts, emotion and feelings using our holistic integrated self. So I'm going to give you some more tools. So we have other tools. For example, root cause analysis, 5Y. There's a lot in consulting work. We do a lot of consulting work. For example, I used to do consulting work in the factory and so on. So always when we have a production problem or situational problem or human resource problem, we always go back to this root cause analysis. We call it 5Y. Alright? And this is to give us an internal control over our life. So everything that we do, we should find what is the root cause of our current predicament. What are the situations that we are facing and how to turn it around in such a way that it becomes positive. So this root cause analysis is you ask the first why, the second why, the third why. And normally by the third why, you'll already know the solution to your problem. And maybe sometimes you need 4 why. But by the fifth why, definitely you know what are the root cause of your challenges. Okay, so we use this very often in our industrial consulting, but this is a very simple QCC tool, quality control circle tools, which we teach to every person in the factory. So this is a very good tool in terms of human resource development, which we can introduce in psychology. Simon Sinek start with why. All right, why? So everything that we do must begin with why. Alright, and every challenges that we face in this world must start with why, and every solution that we want to achieve must start with why also. So this 5 why can be implemented practically quite easily, taking any challenges in life, any situation in life, whether it is a family problem, whether it's a schooling problem, whether it is a industrial problem, whether it's a job related problem, career development problem, and so on. So for example, we can take, say for example, take a example, okay? I'm failing in my exam. Say you are coaching, alright, a 16-year-old boy, he is failing his exam, alright? So, fail in exam. So, the first case is fail exam, alright? So, then when you are doing your coaching using our method, as I explained to you, STERM, you can ask Ahmad, the boy, the particular case, Ahmad, what do you think, why do you fail in your exam? So sometimes Ahmad will try to get beat around the bush. Oh, I have no time, or my family is poor, or whatever other things, or my friend always asks me out to drink every evening, so or I watch too much TV, or I'm always on Instagram, I'm also on Facebook. So all this why can come out. But when you ask Ahmad why he's failing in exam, you are very specific to the first why. Alright, so the first why, which you can negotiate with the person, it need not be a fixed and firm rule, because this why is just exploratory. You are not saying he is wrong or he is right. Never condemn a person. For example, all right, the first why could be why I'm failing my exam is because I did not study. All right, so I did not study. Study, okay? So then you can come to the second why. Why you did not study? This is where you have many issues lah. Oh, you know, I don't have the money to buy the textbook. So if that is the real case, then you as a coach, you can help him to buy the textbook. But now there's so much material on YouTube, hardly you don't need any textbook. But why, for example, I did not study because my friends is always asking me out, and I cannot reject their call. So going out every night. All right, you know, young people, they will go and gang out, spend 3-4 hours chit-chatting, wasting their time. Or some of them are on more serious thing like drug dealing and whatever it is, or going to party, or doing many risky things young people used to do, because at that time their hormonal challenge is coming through. So going out every night. So you can see that I did not study because I'm going out. So why does you go out every night? So then here at this point, Ahmad has to make a decision. All right, I know I did not study, I know I failed my exam. So you know you failed your exam, you know you did not study, then you are going out every night. So your root cause is going out every night. So instead of cutting out, why not you just go out, all right, for on Saturday and Sunday, but every other day you put 2 or 3 hours to your studies. All right, so when you are going to why number 3 is you shape this behavior pattern, this habit that is destructive, to become more balanced. We are not saying that you don't go out with your friends, because if as a 16-year-old boy you have your circle of friends, I mean, I have gone through my youth, we like to fool around, we like to do things, all right, and those days they are not harmful, but still, you know, we go to the roadside stall and have a drink, you know, tea and coffee and whatever, and chit chat about our lives, all right. But it go through, we go on our scooter or on our little motorbike, and then, you know, it's just fun. But that is not going to give you the success. So going out every night, why number 3 is to say, okay, can we, Ahmad, negotiate that we go only say 2 times a week, 2 times a week, okay? Then you have, so you did not study, you don't have no time here, right? Here now you are giving them the option to have time. All right, so why number 4 is very important. Why you need to study? All right, why you need to study? You fail your exam, your parents are worried, you also worry about your career, your future, so you want to change. All right, so when you want to change, you are giving some cognizance of the failure in the exams and your future in terms of your career, in terms of your job, in terms of your ability to earn a decent income and so on. So this is where you do the future planning. Why number 4? Future planning. You plan for him a routine, all right, okay, that he can have 2 to 3 hours of homework every day, and then you as a coachee coach him in certain subjects he is weak. For example, he is weak in physics, then you get a friend who is strong in physics to coach him. So every Monday night we sit down together and discuss your physics paper for your A level or whatever it is. All right, so by then you have already resolved this problem, but all of them start with why number 1, why number 2, why number 3, why number 4, and why number 5 is basically he or she may feel that I want success in life. Success in life. So from this little tactic or note, you can understand why this is a very powerful method in terms of root cause analysis. Combine it with my other tools and techniques I've given to you, you'll understand that you can use it for many cases. All right. For example, it can be a family cases. For example, a woman come to you and say, I hate my husband. It is a, all right, hate husband. Okay, why does it? So why number 1? Why does you hate your husband? oh, he is very rough with me, all right? He is not loving, he's not caring, all right? So then you can ask, why he's not loving or caring? Maybe it is a two-way street. Are you loving and caring to him? Or is he so busy with his stress of work that he has no time for you now because he's going through a very severe period in life where he has to face the challenges of earning a living? All right, so you question internally, and then you try to break through with why number 3. Okay, do you still love your husband? Yes, you love your husband. And how are you, both of you, going to work out on overcoming the challenges? Okay, and then you have your solution for future planning at number 4, and number 5, your success in life as a family. So you can use this methodology for any situation. All right. For example, I used to do in my industrial consulting. Okay, why is the production line not performing to standard? Okay, oh, the employee are not trained. So why are they not trained? Because there's no trainer. So what you do, you bring in a trainer, all right, and then train them up, and then success in the production line to achieve the standard that we have, the productivity, quality, and so on. So it's very generic, but a very powerful tool. In everything in your life, you always ask why first. All right. When you see the why, then ask the second why. When you understand the second why, then you ask the third why. And at the fourth why, you already know roughly how to overcome the situation. And finally, at the fifth why, you know that is a future direction that you want to mold yourself. Remember, this is not hard and fast rule, but this is a tool. 5 why, root cause analysis, which is used by many trainers, okay, many coach, but it's to elucidate from you your internal thinking faculties. All right, and as mentioned earlier on, we are created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be his vicegerent, and Allah has ordained upon this humanity, human beings. Laqad karamna bani Adam. Allah elevate and give the highest status to the children of Adam. So we have the free will to exercise and question our decision. And this questioning starts with why. And when we are able to apply that to transform ourselves, we will be able to understand that a lot of the thought, emotions, and feelings that we have are not cognizant to our future as a successful, good human being. As a Muslim, our role here is to make this world good. To be the Caliph of Allah, to be the Vicegerent of God on this earth, we have to strive to make ourselves good at every level. Alright, we are not saying that theoretically you become a millionaire or you become a great scientist, but good in the sense that you lead a good life, pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and pleasing to yourself, and then you get the fullness or the barakah of life. You can be a simple clerk in an office, you can be even a simple taxi driver, but that doesn't remove your sense of purpose and meaning as Muslims. That's why 5 times a day we Muslims has the opportunity to reflect, to be mindful of who? To be mindful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and after our prayer we do a short dua of what we want to achieve in our life in whatever measure that is possible for us. Alright, for example, if I am now doing life coach training, out of my experience in consulting, alright, I'm giving this back to society. So that is maybe my role to help young people, especially within the mosque, community center, and so on, to find a purpose and meaning. But remember, we have the most mindful aspect of life in Islam. 5 times a day, we sit down and pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then we ask for His gratitude. We are full of gratitude for the life He has given us, for the opportunities that He has given us, and then we ask why we do certain things and how we can change by going through this whole understanding of the 5 why, inshallah. So remember, always as Muslims, we must be here to transform the world, to make the world a better place for everybody. We should not be parochial. Remember, we see some Muslims who are so narrow-minded. All right, it's either or they or them, or hell or heaven. No, we are in a global society. We must portray the best and the most beautiful aspect of the psychology of Islam. And the psychology of Islam is that we are the vicegerent of God on this earth. We are supposed to strive to make ourselves good, help others to be good, and make this world good and pleasing to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and all His goodly creatures on this earth, all humanity, all life creatures, even the mineral kingdom, so that we can live in peace, returning to Allah in the state of Iman, Islam, and Ihsan, inshallah.